Assalamualaikum to Madam and my fellow audience. Have you considered how much time you devote to social media? Do you never think about what is out there? Social media refers to a group of online communication channels devoted to community-based input, engagement, content sharing, and collaboration. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest are some of the most well-known communication platforms that the people use, especially for the teenager. People can share memory, reconnect with friends, arrange events, and interact nearly instantly on these services. Meanwhile, interpersonal communication can be defined as the spoken or nonverbal exchange of information, ideas, and feeling between two or more individuals. It frequently involves face-to-face communication using voice, facial emotion, body language, and gesture. Today, we can see how teenagers have spent significantly more time staring at their phone than engaging in meaningful face-to-face conversation. They will spend more time on social media than they will in school or with their family in their daily life. Typically, they may have not been taught proper ethics for communication in the spaces where they are spend so much time. According to the most recent figures, social media is used by 89% of users aged 16 to 27. Therefore, I would like to persuade you that unconsciously social media can hurt limited teenagers' key in their interpersonal communication. Firstly, social media can cause social alienation to the teenager. It happens when they will miss out on real-life social engagement, resulting in distorted social skills and a limited real-life social network, leading to social isolation. A high level of isolation and distance between people is defined as social alienation. People tend to invest less energy in their local surrounding because they devote so much of their focus to the virtual world. As a result, social relationships are weakened. One's ability to interact and engage in that engagement is lost, and one becomes socially alienated. Isolation tendency among teenagers may be worsened as a result of social media. For example, a teen who has difficulty interacting with others and tend to isolate himself. He chooses to stay at home instead of attending the school dance. According to a recent study from the University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, teens who use social media regularly are 3 times more likely to feel socially isolated. Some speculate that this is because they see everyone else participate in various social activities in the real world while they are not a part of it through a screen. This might make a youngster feel even more alone than before, resulting in a lack of confidence and motivation to communicate with others. Next, by using social media also can decrease the quality of the interpersonal communication. The underlying reason behind it is because when they mostly like to interact through social media, nonverbal communication that occurs during interpersonal communication is ignored. Voice tone, body posture, gesture, and facial expression are all examples of nonverbal communication. The importance of nonverbal communication in a risk communication situation cannot be overstated. In the light of it, messages are difficult to understand with certainty, and the meaning of a message remain unclear. As a result, the quality of communication worsens, leading to increased interpersonal conflict with their people. The quality of social communication is affected by the growth of communication technology. As a result, the efficiency of communication may differ depending on whether it is done face-to-face or over social media. Today, most of the teenagers is no longer have this personal connection and personal chats with each other. Instead, they're more likely to turn on the internet in order to relieve some of the anxiety that comes with starting a relationship with other person. Last but not least, by using it, social media also can change the practice of their daily life activity. For example, during the special events, teenagers will use social media to communicate and give their greeting to their friends and relatives. It because they don't always get to see all of their friends and family in person. In addition, because there is such a high demand for the new media technology such as smartphone, computer and notebook, people have changed their communication pattern with their family, friends and loved ones by using social media to interact with them. Young people are always immersed in their mobile phone, even when they have the opportunity to contact their family face to face. Because of the degree of behavioral acceptance, they cannot to establish intimate relationship with their family and loved one. Family will not allow their children to engage in inappropriate behavior, unlike their friends or people who always support them to do that. A large majority of online users communicate their personal thoughts and ideas about sensitive matter by spending time on the social media site. This type of behavior is most visible among the teenager population. It because they are the only one who are more interested in discussing and sharing their perspective with others than the elderly. For example, majority of teenagers are distracted by social media, which give them the expression that they are independent of their family and that they can trust a group of strangers or distant friends. So, in a conclusion, to avoid any bad emotion, most young adults prefer not to communicate in a face-to-face situation, and they are afraid to open up. As a result, individuals are more comfortable sharing personal information with virtual buddies they don't know well because they have more time to discuss a complicated matter with them. I hope my speech did bring you some knowledge about how the social media are hurting their interpersonal communication. Eric Coleman stated, "You are talking about a younger generation, Generation Y, whose interpersonal communication skills are different from Generation X. The younger generation is more comfortable saying something through a digital mechanism than ever face to face." That's all from me. Thank you.